What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got my 2020 here and a set for front and back, the Mudflaps for a brand new Superduty. Let's check them out. Let's see how they are to be installed and if they are worthy enough to be placed on my beloved duty. You like that trailer hitch? Yeah. Alright guys, let's do it. Let's go ahead and start at the front, Mr. Ed. Thank you. This is your part number for the front mud flaps. In said bag, you're going to have a set of instructions, 2 mud flaps, and a little bag of installation hardware. This doesn't look like it's going to be too hard to do. We have ones without the wheel lip moldings, so we're not going to have an extra groove like the ones that do have it. If you guys have seen those, you'll know what I'm talking about. But let's see here. Front Superduty without wheel lip moldings front. With wheel moldings. So, let's see. We are going to... one, it says we're going to need a 5.5 and a 7 milli. We'll go get that here in the toolbox. And it wants us to remove these bottom 2 screws. Well, let's get over to the truck and we'll do it together. Okay, I'm over here at the right tire, and the right front tire, excuse me. And you're going to remove these and discard them if you are not going to use them again. But I'm going to hold on to mine just for shits and giggles. Alright, so get both those out. Okay, let me open up the bag of stuff we got here. We got 4 bolts and 4 of these clips. So per side, you're going to have 2 of these, and you're going to have 2 of those. So what they want you to do is to install this flap on here like so. If you guys notice, there is this little hole here, this little indent. That is for this piece to go through. You're actually going to sandwich this and this together. So I'm gonna get, let me see if I can get a better angle here. Go ahead and put this thing on here like that. You're gonna wrap this thing around the fender. I just wrapped this plastic thing around the fender. So before we go further, we'll get our bolts, our little screws started. So take off your 5.5, which was the first screw you removed, and you have to put on a 7 milli. So we got that. Let's go ahead and get one of them started here. Okay, there's one. Okay. Yep, it's going through the fender splash shield. Okay. Lastly, take your 2 clips, these guys, and they're pretty much self-explanatory. They only go on one way, both ways, upside down, doesn't matter, both the same. You're just gonna take and push a piece of plastic that you folded around the fender. You're gonna push this over the piece of plastic, so now that's sandwiched to the fender. And you're gonna do the same down here where these 2 indents. The indents are where you put the clips. So not too hard. Anybody could really do it. No need to take it to the shop. They come with instructions. So that one's kind of tough. Let me go get a little more persuasive of a tool. All right, we just got a little ball peen hammer. I'm just gonna tap the clip onto the plastic. I think it went on a little more. I still see a little bit of a gap. I wonder if I can tap it on a little more. Oh yeah, I tapped it on way more. Had to give it a real good whack. But yeah, here is the right front mud flap. Tell me what you guys think about that real quick. I'm not going to show you the driver's side. I'll just go ahead and put that on and give you a walk around, but check it out. I don't think it looks too bad. I think it looks alright. Alright, I'll show you how to do the back one, and then you can repeat the steps for the side you didn't do, and then we'll talk about it afterwards and see what my truck and yeah, what your truck looks like. Alright, here is the back kit. The back kit opened up. Obviously it's going to come with some instructions, but the back one, we have a little more hardware. We got two metal brackets that we are going to have to install onto each side so that it connects to the bottom of the fender down here. So let's go over these instructions real quick. All right, the couple tools we're going to need are additional, we're going to need 8 milli and our 7 milli, but we're going to need to get a trim tool as well, so make sure you guys have that around. Quarter drive stuff, again, we're going to be following depending on what vehicle you got. Mine, the one we're working with today, we do not have wheel well lip moldings. So the first step, it says right hand's similar to left hand, but I'm not going to do the right hand because I'm going to do the left hand because I think it's a little better shot for the without the exhaust in the way. So you guys can check that out when you're done. Step 2, we have 3 push pins we're going to remove on each side. So we got 2 here in the wheel well and then 1 down here at the bottom. So we'll go ahead, ouch, we'll remove that. Right now we're going to be going for this guy, trying not to mar it up. Yeah, that guy don't want to come out that well. I'll have to get a pair of dikes. Come on. Nope, almost. How about this guy? Nope, that one don't want to come either. Alright, I gotta use both hands, but we need to remove those 3 push pins. Alright, some of the hardware that came in the rear kit, we got 2 different types of clips. We got 4 of the clips that we used up front, similar like looking bolts that were up front. We have some push pins, and then some big boy bolts, and then 2 metal brackets. So what they want us to do right now is they want us to take 2 push pins and loosely install the mud flap onto the vehicle. And don't forget, when you go to put this up on here like this, go ahead and fold your tab around the fender like you did up front. Alright, so once you get those 2 push pins in, you're going to be sitting here like this. She's still going to be somewhat loose. This was no big deal to just pop that flap around. Alright, the next step 4, the next step, it wants us to use these 2 clips like we did up front and go around those 2 pieces there. I'll show you this bottom one so you get a little better view, but the top one's pretty much explanatory. Go ahead and push that boy on like that. I'll have to tap it on because it's kind of hard. And then this one here looks like they're going somewhat right here. It's looking like. Let's double check that really quick. This thing does have like little teeth on it, so we're kind of like cutting the plastic as we're... Okay, I just got it on. Just try not to skewer yourself. All right, let me go ahead and let me tap this guy back on a little bit. Let me go ahead and tap this guy on a little bit. Okay, it should finally look like that. All the way around, sandwiched. Okay, so this is one of the last parts. You need to put this metal bar on the mud flap, but you need to have the clips orientated so that you can get the bolt from the other side. So you need to have it like that. These bars are particular to its side. Again, this one, because we're going to be putting the bolt through here. So the other thing that I noticed is that they want you to have this little C thing, and they said C, you should have 2. The only things that were in the bag, this was 1 piece. I cut it in half. They're kind of the same texture on the side. It seems like this one's slipperier, but it wants you to actually put it down between so that this doesn't rub on the metal. So I'm gonna do it. I don't know really how that's gonna look. I guess you can't really see it. So it's gonna be sitting something like this, like that. And then you're just going to poke a hole through it. It's going to look like that, and you just poke a hole through with the bolt and tighten it. So that's your C piece of paper. So that's your C piece of paper, and then you use the small bolt for there and the bigger bolt for there. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten those down. Alright, I got the driver's side arm on. You can see my little piece of paper that's supposed to be between the body and that piece of metal. Got that tight. That's the 7 milli. This is the 8 milli. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this step on the right hand side. You guys can see how nice and rigid that is. This isn't flip-flopping with that. I like it so far. Alright, we'll get to the other side. Alright everyone, I got it on. I know it's getting a little dark out. Oh, whoa. That looks freaking sweet. That's some cool tire shine. Yeah, check it out. I know somebody's gonna ask me about that. Let me show you what I got. Pretty good stuff. Doesn't really sling off. I like it. You guys should try it out. Don't usually see that that scenario until you put a light on it, or if you take a picture of it, but it looks cool. Oh, you can even see it. This is where, that's awesome. That's where I sprayed it on the ground. That's where I parked my truck. Can you see it over here? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, that's where I did the tire shine a few days ago. But yeah, check it out. Mud flaps are on. What do you guys think? Does it look goofy? Haven't really had mud flaps on a truck before. I mean, I'm not being derogatory or anything, but I'm not a 60-year-old man. I'm not trying to JC Whitney-fy my truck. They are OE. They're stock mud flaps, so I do dig that. I just kind of don't like how far out they stick. If they were like half of that, but I mean, I know it's doing its job though. So let me check out the side here. Yeah, same thing. Just gonna kind of have to get used to walking up on it and seeing it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock them, guys. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. If you guys have mud flaps on your guys' Super Duty, have you guys taken them off? You guys leave them on? Drop me a comment and tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, sub, share. Best truck on the road. 6.7 Power Stroke diesel. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.